I went on a blind date with this guy once, and he was really cute. He had a great sense of humor, and he was also very intelligent. But he was one of those that made sure you knew how smart he was. I didn't mind knowing it. And when he smiled, I didn't even remember what I was supposed to mind about. I was so worried that we would get there and not have anything to say, but we couldn't stop talking. We talked about school and our families and about traveling. We were both so passionate about our need to travel, but he was clearly more driven than I was. He just kept saying, "Why don't you just do it?" And I kept saying, "Because I got shit to do." We can't all take 4 credits a semester and then just go see the world. He liked that I gave him shit. Liked it enough to give me a hickey. Wore a lot of turtlenecks that week, which were very uncomfortable when we went out and played tennis, and sat in the jacuzzi, and then played video games. Soon after these events, I decided that I didn't have time for this much fun. So, plus that ability to show me his never-ending knowledge didn't really stop. So I may or may not have told a bunch of my friends that he was a huge douche.
No.
The next semester, I went back to my incessant work, and he actually followed his traveling dream. He went abroad to Singapore, and while he was there, he overdosed and died. What do you do when something like that happens? Can you feel sad about someone dying that you weren't particularly nice to? Is that allowed? If you're sad, won't everyone be thinking that you don't have the right because you went around saying he was a douche with a weak net game? But if you're not sad, won't everyone be thinking that you're heartless? I mean, he wasn't my best friend, or my brother, or my kid. But he was someone's best friend, and someone's brother, and someone's kid. How dare I cry for him when these people have lost someone so special to them, and I hadn't even talked to him in months. I was trying not to deal with the whole situation. I was playing around on my computer, and I came across a document called "Who Doesn't Like to Travel?" It was his application for the study abroad program that he had asked me to proofread for him. I never did. It says, "Traveling is an experience that opens the mind and introduces new realities, extending our present breadth of knowledge. It demonstrates that we are not alone in the world, that our culture is not the only, and our customs are just some of many. Traveling enriches our lives at a personal level and feeds our yearnings to continue learning and gaining knowledge about ourselves and the world. Traveling is a mechanism of escaping our daily routine and submerging ourselves in a sea of infinite possibilities, of unlimited experiences." It didn't take more than his name at the top of the paper to make the tears just come streaming down my face. I was, and still am, overwhelmed at how easily we can affect people. His mom knew him as her bright, loving, talented son. I knew him as a goofy, adorable, slightly cocky love interest, and the person reading his essay might have only known him as C04837800. But even only as a number, his words have the power to impact another life. I'm impressed by Scott. I'm inspired by Scott. I miss Scott. And if society makes me feel like I shouldn't feel that way, that's okay. Maybe I'll change our social norms. Or, who knows, maybe I'll buy a ticket somewhere new. I hear there's a whole world out there full of infinite possibilities.